Hello, all you total bosses out there, and welcome to another episode of the Total Boss Podcast. I am your host, Christiano Green, and I am a gay men's relationship coach, helping gay men to attract and find healthy, happy, passionate, and loving relationships, no matter, where they've been in their life when it comes to relationships. Now, this week on the podcast, it is episode number 50. So, wow, I can't believe I've been doing this for 50 episodes. It feels in some ways like I've been doing it for a lot longer, and in some ways it feels like, wow, how did I get to 50 so quickly? So this week I really wanted to jump in and talk a bit about some of the life lessons that I have had myself, but also I've noticed through, the many different gay men that I've helped and coached over the years. Because, as a relationship coach, I get people coming to me that are from all different stages in their, in their own journey, right? Maybe some of them have never had a partner before, and they're looking to, to find love, right? To really allow someone to come into their life and create a relationship, right? Well, I might have people who, have had multiple relationships that just not worked out. They either keep dating the same kinds of men, or they're getting into toxic relationships, and it just seems to be like they don't know where they're going wrong. Right? I also get other people who are already in relationships, and maybe they either, have lost their spark, or, it's really hit a low point, and maybe they're questioning whether they want to stay, or, maybe they need to work out together how they can become a couple again, and maybe things have changed, right? I also get people who come in and, maybe are having a good relationship with a partner, but maybe they've got so caught up in the relationship that they've let other relationships in their life fall along the wayside. And maybe, when it comes to, their work, and they're struggling with, their team, and or they've got friends that they've kind of, fallen apart from, or maybe their family aren't accepting of them. Because as we know, as gay men, some of our family can be the toughest relationships that we have. So when we think about relationships, yes, it's all about wanting that long-lasting, loving partner, but we also have so many other relationships in our life. So today on the podcast for episode number 50, I'm going to share I'm thinking probably about 10 to 15 life lessons that I know that would be helpful for, younger gay men who are looking for love, or, gay men of any age. And it's about things that maybe you should be focusing on, and maybe some stuff that would really help you on this journey of mastering your relationship. So let's jump in and let's talk about some of these here, because number one is kind of related to what I've been talking about. Don't forget your friends, right? It's so easy when you get into a new relationship, maybe if you have never been in one before, and you're dating, and, you start to find someone and you want to spend all your time with them. So you're spending every single day with them. It's easy and common for lots of people to forget their friends, right? Now, what happens when you forget friends is that, you don't put effort into them. It's kind of like a plant. You don't water it, it starts to die. So a lot of people will get into the poor habit of, spending all of their time with someone, and then maybe, down the track realize it's not the right person, and they break up with their partner, and they want to go back to their friends. Those relationships don't always stay the same. Sometimes the other people move on. Sometimes they hold a grudge. Sometimes it's just not the right thing anymore, right? So making sure that you still put time and effort into your friendships to maintain your close friendships, because oftentimes, friends are going to endure beyond romantic relationships. So they really do require nurturing and maintenance as well. So making sure that you do put in the effort with your friendships as well is super important as well. Number two, own your sexuality, right? Growing up as a gay man, you probably lived a lot of your life in the closet. Maybe you didn't, get to explore as a younger man or younger teenager, right? Maybe you're in your 20s or 30s before you really even get into that phase. So really what I want to say is, don't be embarrassed to really explore what is about your sexuality, right? Some people, start their journey, the straight way and move gay. Sometimes people are bisexual. Sometimes people have always been gay, but maybe they've, had experiences in threesomes and done this. So many things have happened in life. But don't be embarrassed to follow what feels right for you, or what you might want to have in your sexual experience. And, you don't be embarrassed to tell your sexual partners what you like doing in bed, because, if you're there to enjoy sex, you want to make sure that you get out of it what you want out of it. And you also want to make sure that you're also giving to your sexual partners what they desire as well. So the more that you are able to own your sexuality and talk about it, you can take away some of that shame that maybe is being put up, especially as gay men. Having sex with other men can have a lot of shame to it. So the more you discuss and own and understand what it is that you like about your sexual desires, you can really be able to own that and really own a different part of you and really step into a different power of that as well. So really just learn what turns you on and discuss that with your partners, whatever it is, right? There's no judgment here, right? Your pleasures will be infinite and there is no need for you to be bored, especially if you share those active imaginations that we all have as well. So owning your sexuality is key as well. Next one is on that same pathway is staying safe, right? Enjoy your sexuality. Have as much sex as you choose. Don't allow other people to put those judgments on you. Don't be ashamed of having it if that's what you truly want. Depending, again, of course, the reasons why you're doing it. As long as you're doing it for those reasons of meeting pleasure, you're a human being who was been brought here to enjoy your physical body. So if you're doing that in a healthy way, that's great. But, making sure that you're aware that, no sex is worth risking your health for. So making sure that you are safe to do things that feel within your boundaries, right? Don't allow people to pressure you into things that don't feel right for you. This is why we're talking about the number 2 is talking about your sexual desires, but also this is the next key is like talking about what feels right, what are your boundaries, and don't allow people to cross those as well. So really staying safe physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually when you're in those experiences as well. So really staying safe there is another one. Number 4, prioritizing the right people, right? Prioritize people in your life that are bringing you joy, right? Oftentimes people get caught up by, maybe feeling not good enough, not worthy enough of certain friendships or partners, or, you might think that someone that you're with is, higher grade than you, that you think that they're sexier than you, and maybe they call you when they want you but they don't text you until they do, and you might feel like a piece of meat, but you're sometimes prioritizing those people because you want to feel that love or that connection with them even if they're not really giving it to you. So really making sure that you choose the people in your life that are bringing you value, whether that is a friend, whether that's family members, whether that is, sexual partners, whether that is, dating, right? Whether that is people who are in your immediate space when it comes to working, right? Prioritize the right kinds of people and you'll enjoy life more because you'll be doing it from the place of values and a place of joy instead of a place of necessity, right? I feel like I need this to fill a void, right? So making sure that you're prioritizing the right people in your life as well. Next one is support others and they'll support you, right? When you put out there and offer support to people, especially people who are, who might be in other marginalized areas, as gay men, we have definitely felt discrimination, right? But there are other people outside of our community and in our community that we can also support, right? So if you see something, do something about it and support others, people, especially, when it comes to prejudice and discrimination. There's so many things out there when it comes to racism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, ageism, right? Don't allow yourself to fall into those patterns and think that you're not being prejudiced when you can be. Allow yourself to support other people and see that everyone should be able to be treated the way that they want to be treated, not the way that, the society decides they are. So don't allow yourself to, look at someone and think that you're better than them or worse than someone. We're all equal here when it comes to being human beings. So everyone else should be able to be treated with love and kindness and dignity, especially if that's what you want from yourself as well. It's so important to really allow yourself to feel part of your community, right? Again, so many people in our community, maybe feel like outsiders within our community because, again, throughout the struggles as gay men, you may not have allowed yourself to find the right support system around you. So support others and then you'll find that you'll get that support back, right? Next lesson is actions speak louder than words, right? Don't be someone who is just talking the talk but not able to walk the walk, right? You want to be committed to your word, right? And actually take action on it, right? People often will say something, but they'll do something completely different. And that can leave a lasting impression on yourself and on other people. So if you want to be someone who is a man of integrity, really take action on what you say. People really do reveal themselves through their actions. So again, if you're saying things, doing other things, you're going to reveal your truth and you're going to see other people's truth. So if you can, at the end of the day, have that integrity and use your words and like I said, follow through with them with the actions, you'll see how much better a life you will have, but also the people around you that you'll have. Because again, you'll know who are the right people to have. And as we talked in a previous one, prioritizing the right people. So actions speak louder than words. Now, the next one, I've kind of touched on this a bit before, but strive to be kind. Always try to treat other people with kindness, even if you know they haven't treated you very kindly as well, right? You don't need to allow someone else to bring you down to their level. Why don't you try and focus on how you can bring them up? Because again, a lot of people are going through a lot of pain, and hurt people, right? So if someone's hurting you, really the reality is they're hurting themselves. So don't allow someone who may be using their pain and projecting it onto you to bring you down. You know, you don't need to use every bitchy, perfect, sassy, comment that you have to try to bring someone down, right? I know in the past that I did that when I was early on in my stages, and I look back on some of those things and I go, that was me in my stage of hurt doing those things. I've evolved, I've changed, I've grown, I've made amends for those things, but really striving to be kind moving forward, and don't allow people to shift your energy. You be you and you do you, and you bring you to who you are and what you do. So striving to be kind to everybody around you means you will attract that kindness back as well, because you won't be taking in any of the BS that comes your way as well. Next one is a big key one, especially when it comes to dating, online, on Grindr, Scruff, all of these things. Don't ignore warning signs or the red flags, right? These red flags, when getting to know someone or involved with someone, they always, turn into bigger issues further down the line. So if you're making excuses for a partner or someone you're dating, if you see red flags and you just ignore them, right, you are going to find that it's going to be a huge problem later down the track, right? If you're looking for the right person, don't settle. Don't think that, people say, oh, everyone's got something wrong. Well, maybe they do. But if you're seeing red flags and it feels that way, don't make excuses. Don't avoid those things. Be aware of those things and decide what feels right for you. Don't make the choice of just being, desperate or needy. Really come from a place of trying to find the right relationship for you, not just anything that's coming your way. So don't ignore those warning signs as well. Next is swap contact details. Now, this one is for a lot of gay men out there who maybe get themselves into, lots of hookups, or maybe go to bathhouses or other sex venues, right? Nothing wrong with this. Please understand that this is all about you making your choices and feeling good about it and doing what feels right for you in life, if that's your choice. I just want you to know that sometimes you go there and you might have amazing sex, or you might have a great connection, but you're too embarrassed or too shy to ask for their number because you're in one of those venues, right? If you're enjoying someone's company for whatever reason, ask for their phone number, right? Doesn't have to be anything more than that. But, oftentimes people think that everything is looking for something anonymous, right? In fact, most people aren't. People are actually there looking for connections or to meet up or to whatever it is. So if you feel a connection with someone in these moments, reach out and ask for their phone number, right? You never know what can happen. You might become a really good friend with them. It might lead to something more. Who knows? But if you don't ask, you don't get. So you never know. So just allow yourself to step in and, ask for those things that you want to have, or to meet up. Do you want to go for a drink? Whatever it is, right? You never know if you don't check in. So allow yourself to swap contact details and reach out to those people as well. Next one is the right partner goes beyond the physical. So it's not just about sex, right? Sex is definitely an important part of your relationship, right? But, you've got to connect yourself to the heart and the head as well, instead of just your sexual organs, your dick, right? So think about it like that. If you can really, connect with people and bring that into your relationship, you're going to find that creates intimacy, right? You want to really, what you're looking for is intimacy and connection. And that happens when you connect, all of your chakras, which is the sex chakra, which is the heart chakra, which is the throat chakra, which is the third eye, all of that, right? All of the chakras you connect together, you'll find that you'll build a connection. So really knowing that you're sharing different things when it comes to your values, your life experiences, everything. Don't just focus on the sex, because if that is all you're focused on, then just have lots of sex with different people. But connecting to someone is deeper than just sex. So remember that the right partner will be more than just sex. It goes beyond physical, and that goes for everything, right? It's personality, it's values, it's the adventures, the life you're going to have together. Make sure you focus on that as well. Don't allow yourself to, fall for myths, right? People have so many different sayings that people, sometimes hold by as real beliefs and statements, right? Remember, like, no one loves a fairy over 40, or once you hit the certain age, you're over the hill. If you believe that, you're going to stop taking action. You're going to stop moving forward. You're going to stop dating, right? Don't allow these myths or these sayings or these beliefs that other people hold to be your belief, right? You can find love at any age or any stage of your life. So allowing yourself to just not, fall into the bullshit means that you will be able to live your truth, live your life, and follow your path as well. So that's really important as well. Don't listen to myths, because they are just that, myths and bullshit, right? Next one is this: things will change, and that's okay. Life is all about change and growth and transformation. Change, growth, transformation, right? It's all about that. So, the kind of love that you're looking for in your 20s is going to be different to the love you're looking for in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, right? It will change as you change, right? So don't think that things have to stay the same for it to be right. And don't be afraid of change. Allow change to happen and actively seek change out. A lot of people let change happen to them, and then they go through these real tough negative situations in life because they're like so caught up in the fact that, what it was is ending. Everything is going to have a start and an end. An old door will open, a new door will close. The opposite way around probably from what I said, but you get the point. Once something ends, something new begins. It's just a constant in life. So allow change to be something that you actively do. If you want to grow, if you want to transform, if you want to heal, make the choices, make the chances, and take those chances in your life, because it's going to happen anyway. You might as well start to focus on what you want out of life and allow yourself to find people who also want that in their life as well. Next one here is cherish all generations, right? I know some of the things in my life that I wish I'd been able to spend more time with my grandparents, get to know them more, all of these different things, right? That's the same when it comes to people in my life. I've got people and friendships that are in my life from all different ages, people who are a lot younger than me. I've got people who are a lot older than me. I've got people in my same age, people from different backgrounds, If you look at it like this, cherish people from all walks of life. Don't ever think that one is correct or better or worse than anyone else. They all have different aspects that are going to be key for your own personal growth, but also for your connection. So if you've got time with people in your life, cherish it, because you don't know how much time you have with some people. Allow yourself to be where you need to be, not where you think you should be and just out and about doing this, that, and everything. Follow your heart, and you never know where it will come and be right for you as well, because there are so many different kinds of relationships out there that if you put barriers onto it, meaning age or sex or gender or race, all of those things, then you're never going to really find the true one, because you're focused on the things that don't mean much, right? They're surface level. It's the deeper things that you want to look beyond that will mean more to you when it comes to building a relationship as well. Next one is the most important one, and I think I've reiterated this quite a lot throughout today, is choose the relationship that's right for you. Now, it's possible for you to love more than one person at a time, equally, differently, whatever it is, right? Some of us are naturally suited to monogamy, some are not to monogamy. Some are looking for this kind of relationship, some are looking for that. So don't feel like you have to fit into a mold of the type of relationship that is out there. There are so many ways to have a relationship. Do what feels right for you and your partners, right? Now, if you're looking for things that are, monogamy, polygamy, whatever it is, make sure that you are open and having those conversations with the people, because there's no point by doing things behind your back or cheating or lying or doing any of that stuff. Be yourself, be honest, be real, be congruent, because, you will, at the end of the day, when we talked about integrity, you will be the one who lives with yourself. and you don't want to hurt other people in the process, but you also should be getting what you want. So you need to be able to be open to have the conversations and negotiate that with the people. Let them know. Let them decide if they want to be on the same journey with you. Because if you realize that they aren't, then you just need to realize that they aren't the right person for you. So you can remain friends, you can move forward, but if you're just hiding all these things because you're afraid of losing someone, likelihood is that you're going to lose them anyway, and likelihood is that they weren't the right person for you. So focus on finding the right relationship that is for you as well. And final one that I'm going to have for today is a really key, important one, which is, probably the thing that I like to teach and preach the most when it comes to my clients, is that life is too short to not be yourself. Make sure that you really spend time getting to know who you are, getting to understand who you are, getting to be who you are. Don't hide behind the constraints of society. Don't hide behind the expectations of other people. Allow yourself to shine through and live your life, because there's going to be no one else in this planet, this universe, just like you. So this is your life, and you only get to live it once. So don't hold back on being yourself. This is how you will also connect to finding the right people in your life, finding your tribe, your friends, allowing your family to truly see who you are and seeing you thrive, and also finding the right kind of partner who is going to love and adore you for who you are. So make sure you live your life the way that you deserve to live that as well. So that is all 15 of the lessons that I've decided to share today, and I trust that you got some value out of this as well. This is my 50th podcast episode, so I really wanted to share some golden nuggets with you all. So really love for you to comment below. What have you liked? What have you loved? What do I need to know? What are some of your questions? Contact me here, reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the places where you know me, and let's keep the conversation going, and let's make the next 50 podcast episodes as amazing as these first 50. All right, then, I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll be back next week with another brand new episode, and always remember that you have got this and I've got you. Bye for now.